Hey there, super quickie update without a microphone handy. Uh, Chaos. Can you tell? Everything is in chaos. Essentially, we're moving. We're going to be moving in less than a month. No, a month and a half, something like that. Some insane amount of time. And I was just faced with what am I going to do with all of this? It's just bonkers. Um, so in this particular case, I built this not even thinking about ever moving it. Um, this is one big kind of structure at this point. Um, can't really get it in here, but so there's basic flooring with these wood slats here supporting this up here. Um, and so it's a pretty massive thing. I'm thinking I can take all of this stuff off and kind of deal with that and address that. I have this cinematic thing going on the iPhone, which I kind of like because I'm getting a little cool blur over here. But anyway, um, so take all this stuff, pack all this stuff up individually. Um, this is foam core back here in the back wall. You can see here, boom. The flooring is wood on both these levels. The back of this is a mixture of wood, foam core, and pink foam. So this might actually survive for the most part if I pack it in an interesting way. I'm figuring if I took everything out and then laid it on its back somehow and packed it that way, maybe made this into um, the framework of it itself, made it into something to pack things into. So take these containers maybe that I have my figures in and lay those in like cordwood, stack those up, and then kind of seal the whole thing maybe in some kind of plastic wrap or something. That would be kind of cool. I might have to look into that. So that's thing one. Thing two, things like this, which I really like, the cup of patio, and this guy, this gazebo guy, may or may not make it. We'll see. It may just be too fragile, and it may just be something like, oh well, remake it. Um, all these figures have boxes, um, and putting them all back in their boxes is going to be a pain in the ass. Um, all this stuff just goes in boxes. That's fine. Um, what else? The other thing is this stuff may have to be redone. Um, I think the desk is going to live. I think this is going to be fine because this can go flat and I can re-glue it. That's foam core for the most part. This is foam core for the most part. The Moore Estate, um, it would just have to be kind of re-glued, I think, because the whole thing is foam core. So if I'm careful, I could try to take it apart, put it back together again. This guy is foam core, cardboard, and wood. So again, I'll probably have to tear it apart and just rebuild it. I think stuff like the background on all these things will fit because thank you, Easy Print and Cut on Etsy. Um, it's flat and it'll be fine. Just have to be careful packing it. Um, Cuppa, not sure about. I think Cuppa might have to be um, rebuilt a bit as well. It lives on a wood base. Um, the walls I could probably take apart. I'm thinking of slicing back on the back corners of those. I think this is glued as well as foam core as well. This is mostly foam core. If I take that apart, chop it carefully, and then kind of pack it correctly, I think that'll live okay. Um, Marty's office, not super concerned about. It's mostly foam core as well. It's actually all foam core. So I can slice that up and kind of glue it back together again. This guy, the office slash like I said, behind this office. This is pink foam. I'm not going to lift it up right now, but if you lift it up, there's a kitchen behind it back there for the house kitchen. That I think will just, it really was not done very well anyway. So I think this is going to be like broken apart and maybe packed up, and see if I can reassemble it when I get back to our new location, which I will have a spot in our new location, which is nice. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm starting to go through the process of like, what is going to happen? And so my game plan, let's go back over to the house over here. My game plan is to basically start packing ASAP, because all this stuff is going to take just so long. There's just so much little things to deal with, especially in Cindy's room. But in all the rooms, really, like, it's a lot of little things. So all those little things are going to be packed up carefully, and probably put into boxes or something individually. So the little things get packed into a box of some sort, and then those boxes get packed into a larger box. And it's all about naming and stuff, which I found like really helped with my train stuff that never actually made it back out of the box after I moved. The train stuff just kind of went away because it was too painful to put together. But this will be fine. This is much, it's taken as much as how much time as the train stuff has taken when I had that. But I think it will go back together a lot easier, and it's going to look a little different. So I've kind of tried to build that into my story of, things are changing around Claremont, where this story takes place, and that's going to explain some of what's going on with the terrain and with the house. And I thought it'd be fun to play around with. So when I rebuild this stuff, when it's going to be a little different, everyone's going to say, hey, like, wasn't that desk on the other side of the room or something? Some people will remember it how it is currently, and some people will remember it how it used to be. And so I thought that'd be kind of a fun little thing to play with in the story itself. But yeah, it's exciting. I think it's going to be a good move, and I think the space is going to be a good space to be in. And I'll be basically, I'm going to be closer to my daughter and her family and my new grandson and her awesome husband, and I'll be in nature, and it's going to be nice. We're moving to Colorado, and it's just, there's going to be rivers and snow, and it's going to be great. We've visited numerous different seasons, winter, spring, summer, and it's been just lovely every time. So we're looking forward to the move. But yeah, this is going to be a big packing thing. These are, I've already gone over this, but this is a big help. Joanne Fabrics, or Joann's, has since closed, so I gotta see if I can get more of these top-notch boxes for my figures. It's a pretty good way to pack them up, and I figure if I put some paper in here too to stop them from rolling around, that'll be good. All the stuff that we have to pack up is going to go in a truck, and then that truck is going to take a certain amount of days to get from point A to point B. So my other plan is to pick a select group of figures that will accompany me, figures, and basically like a giant go box of stuff that I can still kind of play around, take some photos, a couple of things of clothes, a couple of things of, these little things I have over here, food, weaponry, cameras, all that kind of stuff. Take a select group of that, make a little go bag of that, a go bag of maybe like a table, or something of that nature. Just something where I can still do some storytelling and have that stuff available, but then the majority of stuff will go away and go into moving truck. So yeah, it's a very interesting process. It's something that I knew would eventually happen because we're not going to stay. This wasn't our forever home. But looking at it now, it's like, yikes. It's been a bit of a process. I know when I did my train pack up, I actually was really sad about it because I spent years on this giant train layout, and finally I just had to like pour myself some whiskey and just dive in, and it worked out. But yeah, it's daunting. It's a very daunting kind of thing. So yeah, a lot of little boxes, and we'll see how it goes. But that's my update. Again, keeping it to around the 11-minute mark. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying, and like that there. So there'll be some more progress reports as I pack up. I figured that might be kind of interesting for some folks, just to hear my process and what I ran into, and maybe it'll help some folks down the line if they move. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how the chaos pans out. I hope everyone's doing well, and thank you for watching.